Hello, I'm Joseph Quijano, Certified Financial Planner.
And I'm Jordan Quijano. We welcome you back to our home with Fireside Chats Season 2.
We are so excited to share with you new modern concepts about financial planning. We have received thousands and thousands of requests for the Fireside Chats. People love them, and we are so happy. We're touched by that because they actually seen our home. They know my dogs. They know even my grand dog. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So it is phenomenal. So thank you for watching.
And we really encourage you to be part of the family. We ask for you to leave comments, help us grow, help us become better with the YouTube and reaching out to you guys. We really ask for that, and we're learning through this process with you guys just as much. So if you have particular topics you'd like us to talk about, feel free to reach out to us directly. You can email us, or feel free to just go to our website, or even just leave a comment right below. But we thank you for everything you do. For anybody who's just joining us for the Series 2 of Fireside Chats, we encourage you to please go watch the first season. It's wonderful with great financial information for you and your family to get ahead in today's economy and how to protect yourself really for any financial economy. Now, where did this come from? Where did it all stem from? If you actually look back into our history, late President Roosevelt, during the Great Depression, right after that, our economy was at its worst. Loss of monies, loss of lives, fortunes, so depressed as we know. And what was brought to the radio was Roosevelt's voice on his chair with the fireside, talking about how our economy can recover. What is the next step to look forward to bringing this nation back together? And we truly grab inspiration from him and feel that with you today. We want to give you inspiration so you can get ahead financially. You can find that courage back in yourself on how you can build your wealth and really bring your economy back to yourself. So please like, subscribe, and let's get started with Fireside Chats.
For the first episode of the second season of the Fireside Chats, we're going to be talking about a very special topic in my heart, the miracle of life insurance. Now let me ask you this, would you like to exchange pennies for dollars? If your answer is yes, that's exactly what life insurance really is. You give a company pennies and they're going to give you dollars in return. But you may not know this. This life insurance industry is very kind-hearted. It began in 100 BC in ancient Rome, where a military leader started a burial club in case of death of the troops. And the other members will actually pay for the funeral. Now, how kind was that, Jordan?
Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to share with you that later on in the year 1760, the first American life insurance company was actually founded in Charleston, South Carolina. And from there, in the 1800s, all the large companies that you hear about today were formed with the same philosophy of neighbor helping neighbor. So to me, this is a very noble industry that is made to help others.
Where honestly, life insurance, I think is misconceived a lot of times. It doesn't get the full representation that it should receive. I mean, not only was it started with a noble cause of making sure that the loved ones that were left behind were not only taken care of, but that the legacy, the torch, was passed on from the person who passed away, and their wishes carried through with the proceeds for their family to live on without financial heartache, without having additional stress of wondering where that income may be now that they've lost that. Well, like anything else, life insurance policies have only gotten better over time. And this is where, with the become the banker concept, our philosophy is not only with helping carry on that legacy for the ones that pass on, but helping you today, in today's economy, while you're still alive. It shouldn't be for just when you pass on, it should be while you're alive with your family so that you can enjoy the flourish in the funds and being able to enjoy the lifestyle that you always have wanted. And that's where Become the Banker fits in with you and your family, is achieving that, paying debts down, and having a comfortable lifestyle that you have complete control over.
You know, since the early 1800s, when life insurance was really formed right here in the United States, those companies have actually survived epidemics, pandemics, stock market crashes, wars, and even what? Storms.
Oh, yeah.
And they have always been there to help anybody else, like their neighbors. And you know, Jordan, the proof of that is really good proof, just happened recently. You know, it happened in September 11th actually, of 2001. A total of 2,977 innocent people perished in New York, Washington, D.C., and Pennsylvania due to the terrorist attacks.
Of course.
Think about that. The life insurance industry paid over $1.2 billion to those left behind in death claims. Just think what a terrible way, what suffering they would have had if they didn't have life insurance.
And that's a very good point to bring up, that during those terrible trial times that we faced as a country and that we faced as the individual families unfortunately had to go through, the reality of it is that most life insurance companies have it in their policies that they don't have to pay death claims due to war or attacks of terrorism, which is terrible to think, but honestly, anything can happen in that sense. And they made sure that even though that was a clause in their policies that they didn't have to pay that, they made sure that they did pay it because they should have. And I love that about that, because they knew it was the right thing to do, even though,
that's right,
realistically they didn't have to. And that's a strong point to bring.
And also, Jordan, some people actually believe that life insurance is really an intangible product, something that you can't touch, that you cannot see. Like if you touch a car, that's tangible, right? But they cannot see life insurance, so they call it an intangible product. Well, I totally disagree with that. Totally disagree with that. Because when I see a widow going to their children's college graduation because they had the money to pay for college because they had life insurance, you know what? That's pretty tangible to me.
Absolutely.
And when I see an orphan opening up Christmas presents because they had enough money to have a beautiful holiday, that to me is pretty tangible. Don't you agree, Jordan? So I do believe the life insurance is tangible, but it's more than that. It's really a miracle to have a company exchange pennies for dollars for the welfare of your loved ones. That to me is a very, very noble cause. And to me, the new policies that we offer today, especially with the Become the Banker strategy, they're not only able to give you that exchange of money if you pass away, they give it to you when you're alive. So actually, you are able to collect 4% guaranteed tax-free rate of return, and guess what? Totally liquid with no danger of losing your money. So you can actually act like a bank. You can finance your purchases. You can pay yourself back. I mean, you can actually build a tax-free pool of money to actually retire in peace. So it will help you not only if you pass away, but you can use the money when you're alive. Now, how good is that?
And with having those living benefits, just like I mentioned earlier, these policies have gotten so good and modern that you're able to use it to finance vehicles, self-finance your debts, self-finance college education. You've got so many opportunities that not only is it just for the death benefit, but you have the ability to build tax-free money at a guaranteed interest rate with no risk of losing it to the stock market, no risk of losing it to the ups and downs of the economy. This is guaranteed 4%. And of course, there's dividends on top of that that can help increase that number based off the profitability of the insurance companies. And these are companies, again, that have been around for over 100+ years, that have survived the pandemics, the economy crashes, the Great Depression, and they're still standing today, paying more than the 4%.
So the Become the Banker policy is the best of both worlds. It will pay whether you live or you pass away. So it's a miracle. And we want you to bring the miracle into your life. Bring the miracle of life insurance, but choose the right one. Choose the Become the Banker policy. So we want you to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when the next video will come out, and like our channel. We want you to know that we are going to post a video every single Monday. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching the first episode of season number 2 of the Fireside Chats with Become the Banker.
And see you on the next one.